Forever Beings, Forever Awesome in the house.
Forever Awesome's here once again.
Yes, I'm Janneke Hellebrekers, call myself Miss Hellebreker. I'm from Holland or the Netherlands, and I'm a yoga meditation teacher, coach, healer, give healing courses. I give work with energy devices. And also do lots of videos, talks, and podcasts, and spread seeds of consciousness wherever I can. And this time I felt like introducing myself a bit. Maybe you all also want to introduce yourself.
I go by Hydro Hellbreaker, aka Eclectic Source. Why? Because I'm so random. It's not done on purpose.
Yes.
It's just the way it is. So I do a bit of motivational speaking when it comes to health. A bit of couples counseling because me and her, we both had like interesting relationships and experiences. I also like to communicate with other people about their experience in the awakening that they're having, and see if we have anything relatable, and we can have our conversations and spark similar interests or different, and come together and try to figure this thing out.
It's so good. And it's good that you said, like, we also want to help people with their spiritual awakening, because we went through it already a long time ago, and we found a lot of things out that we are like happy to share about. So others, so we can pinpoint some things and we can share some things that worked for us and what we found out. So it can make it easier for people that are experiencing a spiritual awakening. So that is really good to share that with you.
Yeah, you kind of got lost when you first wake up.
Yeah, and you like a lot of times you become completely isolated because your whole family doesn't understand what's happening when you have a spiritual awakening, because you are suddenly a totally different person. You have like so much more awareness. You question everything. And they're like, huh, what's happening here? So they first don't understand, and we've been through it for a long time already. So that's why we really want to help others in that.
Quite a few years now.
Yeah. So that's why. And a lot of people woke up in 2020 with the whole COVID scandemic, pandemic, fake hoax. So the more information is coming out of that as well. And now there's another really spiritual awakening, and like people really grasping what is happening in this reality. And there's several things going on at the same time that people are like waking up through, like different things that are happening, and people saying like, oh, wait a minute, like this is coming out, this is coming out, this is coming out, like so many things at the same time. So about the vaccines, all the lies, they're like in Congress, they're grilling Fauci, and then was like a congresswoman said that Fauci should be arrested for mass murder and crimes against humanity in Philippines, in Japan, like everywhere, Germany, like everywhere in a lot of countries, things are coming out. Researchers as well, that there's like higher death counts after the vaccines. It's finally coming out. And a lot of adverse effects as well. Then we have the whole Diddy thing with the satanic music industry. People finding out like lots of things about that, also like related to the Kardashians and the Beyonce and the Jay-Z. That is like finally coming out as well. But in comparison with that, there's also what's happening in Israel and Gaza. There's also a lot of information coming out. So when that was with the Met Gala, when the woman said, let them eat cake, that triggered so many people, because it triggered like the rich looking down on the poor, but also like, look at us, we go into a gala paying 75,000 for a ticket, while in another country, they're just bombing children. Those people are not in the real life anymore, like in reality, like it doesn't add up, and people are like blocking celebrities everywhere. So we really wanted to say something about that, about like these people are not, they don't have the best interest of you in hand. These like puppets, these are clones, they are like Muppets, they're like they're like what they say is like totally controlled.
I think it's soulless puppets. Not to insult, but it's like they don't even have a soul, basically.
Yeah, they just they also a lot of times say themselves that they sold their soul to the devil, and you will find lots of videos of this. People saying this exactly. People getting an Oscar saying thank you, Satan. People saying Lady Gaga on the show, let's saying, "Oh, I swear by Lucifer." It's almost like in your face. They even dress up as devils. They do satanic rituals on stage. There was like the Eurovision Song Festival. You probably don't even know what that is because you're not from Europe. Because in Europe it's a big thing.
I don't know what it is.
I used to watch it with my friends, and it was always like such a stupid show, like really bad. But it was so bad that you had to laugh about it. But now they had like a witch on stage in a pentagram doing a ritual, and she looked like really like a demon. And I'm like, people are not aware of that, and they're looking at that, and they're not even aware that they're like involved in some
It's like
satanic
performing a
ritual.
straight up ritual on stage in front of them.
But almost all reward ceremonies are almost like also all the MTV awards. It's always ritualistic
It is very ritualistic.
things like Madonna kissing Christina Aguilera, and then also Britney Spears, and then Britney Spears went away after that. Like it's like a Judas kiss. Like now we let you go, and also the Olympics. There's also big satanic rituals. Now you can find pictures of an Olympic welcome ceremony where they had a really big, like almost like a death-like character with a big syringe, and children in hospital beds with doctors and nurses dancing around. Is that familiar?
Yes, it kind of is familiar from what I've been hearing, all the stuff that they've been doing and how weird. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's coming out, and it's one big network, and that's why we call it Hollyweird. People will find out at one point how crazy Hollywood even is. With the Diddy case, like now they find out Diddy is like the Epstein of the music industry, and that the Kardashian was like a honeypot that they like. And it's also involved with the Mossad and secret agents to blackmail certain people, like politicians and people in high-profile places. They were like blackmailed because they gave them drugs, they gave them booze, let them perform sex with those women, but even also children. It's like well known now that also there were minors on those parties of Diddy. But it was not only on Diddy, but an Epstein. It was also before already with Playboy. There's pictures on the Playboy parties with children walking around with those bodysuits. And they even had Brooke Shields when she was like a minor, like half naked in the Playboy. And there's so much more going on with those children in Hollywood, with young children being like stars. They were all sexually like S8 by a lot of people in the industry, and that is also coming out because people find out that there were lots of pedophiles working for Nickelodeon, for children's TV, and it was the same as in the BBC. Like in the Jimmy Savile, he was like a huge, big time like pedophile, and he was like friends with the royals, good friends.
Well, here's the thing. You can always see how deeper this thing goes and how evil this thing is.
Yeah.
And how protected and hidden these people really are. Because of the large amounts of currency they have, the power that they have, the secrets that they have. Like our system that we're living in is based off of what these demonic people are doing. It's running our system. Now, that's really sick when you really think about what's going on. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why this whole system works only for the 1%, the wealthy elites. I call them parasites. They're feeding off the energy and the currency of everybody. And that's why they always need more money, and they always give you bullshit lies for us to get more money of us. Now also they say like, oh, it's because of the war we don't have money, but it's all those companies have their biggest profits ever. So
they don't even need the money. Actually, if they need it, it just
Yeah.
gets printed for them.
Yeah,
And they get exempt for
right.
everything for even having to spend it.
Yeah,
That money that they say we need it, and we didn't give more of it up. That's just to drain us more and more and more.
No.
Drain us from all of our like resources and also put us in very, very low vibrational frequency. You know what I
because
mean?
there's a lot of fear. Like if you all the time get on your television reminded maybe the war is coming to your country because it's going to come from Russia and America.
Everybody's so stressing out.
Yeah, people get stressed out, and that's like even more like fear coming out. And then, but there's also, yeah, I really feel that the collective awareness is waking up because a lot of people are speaking out. Like we don't want war, we want peace, we want live in harmony with each other. We don't want to have that divide and conquer agenda anymore between races and poor and rich. But on the other side, the rich like keep this system like it is. So that's why we have to be very creative and make new systems that work for everybody, that bring the money in the hands of the right people, so we can make a difference in this world. And yeah, that is happening already. That's happening, and so I'm really happy with these new things coming. And there's new light workers and truth seekers and people finding each other. If people finding their soul tribe, you don't have to be isolated anymore. Like maybe you find them only on internet, but they are there. They are there.
Now, definitely, there's more of us just waking up. So I think it's going to shift because basically when we have like the majority of people before that were just still asleep. If they don't like, I'm not saying they're the problem, but if they don't see it, they kind of play into the system, allowing the system to continue doing that evil stuff that it's doing. You know what I'm saying? But then when more people are starting to wake up now, it's different because like now we're sparking that's starting to get sparked very slowly. But more people are saying, "Hey, what's going on? We don't like this. We don't want to live like this anymore. We live like slaves, 9 to 5, all the stuff that's happening, all the evil stuff that's happening." Once we all like wake up and get enough of us to wake up, we're gonna change this whole game up. This whole game's gonna get changed up, and I can't wait for that to happen.
That's definitely gonna happen, and more people waking up, like especially on X, on Telegram, on Twitter, but also even on Facebook and Instagram. Like more posts that I see was like, "Ooh, before you couldn't even post it," but really know that
There was
censorship.
fact checkers or something,
Yeah.
like shutting down your truth, like you share your truth and they shut you down.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now it's too much. Now so many people are coming into truth and waking up that they can't censor everybody. So it's like they're starting to lose control. So it's falling apart. And
Yeah.
it's working now. It's finally working.
Know that it's falling apart, know that it's shifting, know that we are on the cusp of the biggest transformational time in history. I really, yeah, I hope that we it goes all smooth, the transition, but we don't know when or how it's going to happen. But know that we know about it. We are finding solutions for ourselves. If you want to connect with us, find us here in this or in our sites here. And I'm gonna maybe also make a Facebook group, Soul Tribe.
So try to be
Yeah,
and you can share other
connect.
things, like especially your awakening.
Yeah.
Like if you get into awakening, we'll share our experiences, like what I went through, what I experienced. You can share what you went through, what you experienced when you awakened and everything else. And awakening just means like you suddenly change out of the blue and you come into this awareness that like almost it's like waking up. Like, where am I? What's going on here? What's happening? Why was I following these rules? And it wasn't doing me any good. It was draining me, you know, stuff like that. And so on and so forth.
Yeah, then this like you suddenly see the whole world different. Like you unblock yourself from the matrix and you see everything with new eyes. But first, when you wake up, it's like you see all the shit all inside of yourself and outside of yourself. Like you see how evil it is, and people can't almost not grasp that in the beginning. It's like the dark night of the soul. So really seeing for what it is, like in this world, and it for yourself also. And then you start healing, and then you start shifting yourself and shifting this reality, and then you can transcend that, like the trans and the trans.
Yeah, ending your trance.
Yeah, ending the transcending.
Now you have awareness that's coming online.
Yeah, so and then you have like more growth and more evolvement and more like spiritual growth, and then you learn more and more. But it's not only love and light, and that is what we also want to share with people. Like, it's not only like, because then you're still bypassing, like there's nothing wrong in this world, while you're like people on the other side are still from this world are suffering. So, and of course you can just be somewhere on meditating on a mountain. I just like think in a mountain, rest mountain.
Oh, I was like, something fly by just went there. I was like, hold on, the window's closed, right?
You can just be meditating on the mountain and you can be happy. But we need this change for everybody, and we want like we want the frequency to raise the frequency. And so people, when the frequency is high enough, then people just see it, like the whole veil is gone and you have that monkey effect. You are like, this is like you can't unsee it anymore. Like once you see it, you can't unsee it anymore, because you get reminded from the universe, like all more things coming to you, and then more different things you
cannot see. You can't go back to sleep no matter if you want to go back to sleep, because you can't take being awake. It just won't happen. Once you're up, you're up.
Yeah,
you just have to work with it.
You can't go back to ignorance. It's like you can. People say ignorance is bliss, because in the beginning you have like, what can I be like the other people? And what was wrong with me? But then you were like, no, yeah, I'm an awakened being. Like, this is good that this happened to me, and it should happen to me, because that is I'm like, I go back to source with that connection, alignment with God and whatever, like source, whatever you want to name it. And then you are aligned, and then you like your reality gets better and better. And what is also really beautiful is that you can also help others in their process and empower each other. And that is really coming together with Soul Tribe, co-creating this new earth with each other. So at one point, we're going to be having light communities of light everywhere around the world, where we work together and we go from one community to another community. And we can share our knowledge, and we can share how we can help each other awaken even more. And that's going to happen. And you, at one point, being like, you want to come together, because it gets like draining to be with people that are not in the now. But it's also, there's a reason that we are like scattered all over the world, is to bring our light in that place for those people around you.
Spark that light for everybody. We can start an awakening each place we end up at. Then it's going to happen. We started over here, you spark that light, and then it catches on. It's like when you light a fire, and that fire just grows. That's like how the awakening works. So we put these little flames, these little lights all over the place, and they light, and we just gonna wake everybody up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's why, but it needs to be good for you. Until it's not good anymore, then you have to find different ways, like, because you get triggered and you get uncomfortable, because the universe wants you to move. So then you have to also feel the call, what it is, like, hey, I don't want to live here anymore. I want to go to a different country where there's more sun and where the people are more relaxed, or I want to go there where there's like less rules, and you change. And then you also want sometimes your environment to change. But for the people that are still holding their light from where they come from, and the people in cities and stuff, it's really remarkable. So you can be really proud of yourself of holding the light in all these places. And it's also necessary for you to share that. You share your light and your love. And light is not like your light and happiness, shiny, shiny. Light is also information, knowledge and information and wisdom. And that is what we came here to share this. Yes.
And I also want to add, that's really good. And that's a fact, because you have that light. Appreciate that. But when you have this light, there will be those that will see the light. They won't tell you they see it. And these are the ones that are going to try to trigger you and bring you on the lower vibration frequency. These people are going to see you and say something, or try to push your button and trigger you. It's important that you don't let it get to you, and you just continue to keep your frequency high. Just keep your energy high. Stay as much positive as possible, and just ignore and just detach and remove yourself from someone trying to be negative towards you, because they see the light and they want to bring you down to their level and stop you from shining. But continue to shine no matter what.
And sometimes it's even unconscious that people do that.
Yeah.
But because you say something and they get like triggered and get emotional.
Triggers them.
Yeah, and then
But when you say
get a
something,
reaction, yeah.
because you're saying something good or something that's like motivational or something that's going to promote like growth and expansion of oneself and many others. And they don't like that. They feel like, okay, because it puts them at a disadvantage. Well, they think to become out of their comfort level because they're like, okay, now that you're growing, you're expanding. Now I have to keep up with that and I have to do that. So some people don't want to change within themselves. So they'll try to flip it on you and try to hit you with something negative so they can get you out of character, right? And bring you down to their level. And they're like, yeah, see, I got you where I'm at now. So you just have to be aware and look out for this. It's very important that you look out for this. Detach, remove yourself from this. You might find it in friends, you might find it in family, but it's there and you'll recognize it now.
And knowing that it's not always like personal. And it's good to never take anything personal.
It's good what you said too. Sometimes they're unaware that they're doing this because sometimes something works through them that makes them do this, try to trigger you because your light is being seen and not liked by everyone. Because it makes people uncomfortable, especially when they have demonic entities with it, you know.
I know that the right people will welcome you and will be very happy with you and celebrate you in a totally different way. And then you really feel like seen and heard, more than you ever felt before. And you will feel that. You will just feel that.
As you say, this will be your soul tribe, and this is what you want to put yourself around, what you want to connect with. People that are promoting each other's growth, people that are motivating each other, people try to strive to get, improvement. And, you congratulate them when they do well. They congratulate you when you do well. This is what you want. This is what you want to be around.
And I also have every Wednesdays I have like real talks, and that's also with Soul Tribe. And people can join as well if they like. You can watch it always live on my YouTube on Wednesdays, but you can check out the playlist. It's a really amazing subject. And you can also, if you feel like joining and sharing your wisdom and knowledge, you can send me a message.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So this is good awareness that we're bringing to everybody.
Yes. So thank you very much. It was a cool one, huh?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
We haven't been on in a while, but we're going to do more of these videos because they're very, informational. And also, if you leave comments or anything like that, we can also learn from you as well. And this is very fun for us. We love to share. We love to share experiences. We love for you to share experience that we can have conversations about, like, all this stuff.
Yes, and if you have any questions, always reach out and subscribe as well for more amazing content. And thank you for being here. Forever awesome.
Love, light, peace, power, and happiness, everyone.
Much love from the both of us.
Give thanks to you all, and we'll see you in the next video.